Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary in the Unranked Challenger with only viewer picks. We were playing some Cassio mid lane into a Zed. I feel like this isn't really the best matchup because dash abilities are kind of annoying for Cassio. Cassio functions through her poison. Her poison could be applied through her Q and her W. And when it... Oh, I see, there's somebody AFK. Right? I'm guessing? I guess we'll find out, unless that was the strategy of beating Cassio early on is the level 1 Ignite. I mean, he's missing all those minions, and they have not FF, so I don't really know what's going on. Anyways, what I was trying to say is that Cassio, a lot of times you start tier, and if you start tier, you're going to be so freaking squishy, and being squishy against champions like Zed absolutely sucks, because you just die, like, instantly when they jump on you. But if Cassio can get to, like, her item spikes, she becomes a menace very quickly. She's consistent damage, but also burst, because her AP ratios are pretty good. The problem is, a lot of times you're a short range champion, because as you can see, my E is like basically my range. All of my other abilities function off of my E in a way, like it is just like a beneficial thing that I can do with it. So because of that, if I like am squishy early on, then that means that you can die. Anyways, so far so good versus this guy. I don't really think that this is going that badly. As you can see, the one trade versus him is like better than me landing auto attacks and ease onto him, but it's also because starting tier just like doesn't give you any AP stats. You only get mana, and obviously getting only mana is like super useless. Wow, I'm very lucky that I didn't die there. I'm only going to get that one last minion in base. I mean, at least we're CSing better than this guy. I need to head on out. There's no way that I could possibly win this right now. He's going to even like step up to try to stop me again, so I'll back up even further. The gank was way too scary. Now, Rod of Ages is good, but so is Archangels, apparently. I looked it up, and the show is going Rod of Ages for some reason is, like, not good against Zed. I don't really know why. And Seraph's is way better. So I'll probably try that. Put more points into my E. What our W does is that it grounds people. Grounding people is quite busted, because grounding people causes them to not be able to use a dash ability. So it's very effective if you like have Zeds standing inside of it and stuff, but you can see that he doesn't really care. I mean, it's quite challenging even when I land my Q onto him, which gives me movement speed. So I get movement speed when I land my Q for like 1 full second or something. It doesn't matter. Okay, I didn't get hit by anything there, thankfully, because that could have been really bad. You see how I already have mana issues as well when I am like just spamming Q onto him. I mean, our cooldowns are low. It's just difficult to get a good combo off during the early game. I managed to juke his abilities again, which is awesome, but still, this is like not the best spot to be in. His Ignite should be coming back up pretty soon as well. I hate that whenever I play against a Zed, if you don't know, when you play Zed, if you just use your W off CD, you should get ganked. But of course, like, nobody ever ganks for me in any of my games, it feels like. But it's chill. I'll just have to base again. I'm too low, and he's gonna reach level 6. I mean, my jungler already killed, so I might as well just sacrifice everything. Unless I just go for an outplay and hope to trade 1 for 1 and just, like, pray to God that it works. Wow. It actually worked only because he, for some reason, committed to... I mean, okay, so when I ground him, he cannot use Flash, he cannot use his W, he cannot recast his ultimate. Every single movement ability is unusable, right? So that is very powerful. Being able to, like, stop them from using their ability to escape is good. I don't think that I put it down in such a way that he could have left, though. I think he could have played it better. Anyways, you see how the W also, it spreads versus, like, gets tiny if you're close? So that's why I figured that he would probably be able to escape, but apparently not. I'm so freaking squishy, bro. So squishy. I do think that over time, I should just outscale this guy, though. Like, when you make it to 3 items on Cassio, your damage increases substantially, of course, because you have a 65% AP ratio on your E, which is quite a bit with how low CD it is. And then if you combine that with finally defensive tools like Zanya's or Rylai's or whatever it might be, Seraph's Shield, you start feeling quite nice. Another thing is whenever we use our E, we do get healing if the person is poisoned, but you get a reduced effect on minions. Like, do you see how much damage he just did to me? Isn't that crazy? So he just landed one shuriken combo and I lost over half of my HP. That's... And then I instantly die because even with me ulting and him not backstepping my ultimate, I just don't have any cooldowns or anything. This is probably why Cassio just isn't really played very often. I also was linking up Zed jungle and not Zed mid lane, so Rod of Ages actually is probably a better purchase to keep yourself alive. It's okay though, we'll just continue scaling and stuff. We already know that we're going to be alone mid lane for the rest of the game. Nobody enjoys helping Cassio. So my teammate will not help. I will just walk away. Oh my goodness. Echo is dead, at least. Zed is coming. Well, I got him super chunked. I won't be able to kill him because he'll W over the wall, but getting a chunk like that means that I could probably now just focus on shoving in the wave. To at least pressure it a little bit. I think I just want to base, to be honest. I'm not really comfortable being in this lane at any point. I think that Zed can one-tap me with one combo, and he doesn't even need to play it that well to probably kill me too. I'm just gonna walk back mid. We'll save our TP. So the next item could either be like, do I want to build a Rylai's to slow plus HP, or do I just want to go straight Zanya's so I try to like not get bursted? Zanya's against Zed, you would think that it's like so freaking good, right? Because you're stopping his ultimate, but in my opinion, it's not even that bad if Zed can play it correctly. Because you have to only play it around his shuriken and nothing else. If you Zanya's his ultimate, he will just... Holy crap. Damn, dude, I'm only gonna kill one. That's crazy. But, I mean, that's 4 people, so it is what it is. Not much that I can really do to survive that. I die instantaneously to burst, and that's way too many people for me to face. If I got multiple stuns off, maybe, but... Still pretty chill. I would say Cassio is kind of a high death rate champion, in my opinion. If you have low deaths on Cassio, I mean, damn, you must be absolutely crazy at her. Because you have to put yourself really close to people to even have a chance at, like, doing outplays if you want to have an opportunity of it. We don't even have our Seraphs completed, so no shielding for us just yet. Is there a reason to ever freeze versus this Zed, honestly? Probably not, right? I want to harass him before he got his level, or his ultimate back, not his level 6, but I don't think that I can even do that, can I? Chasing him is quite challenging. Cassio can't buy boots, but we get bonus movement speed per level, and you would think that that's, like, really effective, but I think that it's, like, okay until later on. I think having boots would be more beneficial for the early game, but, of course, getting free movement speed as the game continues is very powerful, of course. That's so insane, dude. How is he allowed to play like that? Whatever. At least he, didn't kill me, and I managed to save... I think I saved Sona. I don't really know. Maybe she wasn't really in that threatening of a death state. I miss my ability, so sadly we just have to continue auto-attacking this guy until he can be killed. It's very nice having Sona healing on my team, honestly. Darius is gonna come mid lane. No, never mind, he's not. He's still top. Alright, well, we're definitely getting into the, more of the Cassio-favored fights, finally. Feels not too shabby. I'm gonna build the Rylai's. I like Rylai's on Cassio. And it's annoying that Zed, even with him putting himself underneath turret and getting grounded so he can't take it, is still, like, able to escape so easily. Being able to chase him down would be convenient. He's missing everything. I'm much faster now because I have more levels. So it doesn't feel as bad at all still. Huh, Zed actually rotated a way that is going to be difficult for me to help out with, maybe? Well, he's grounded, so he can't ulti. Whenever I land my Q, I think I've already mentioned this. I'm not really sure because I feel like I should have mentioned it. You get bonus movement speed when you hit enemy champions, which allows you to chase them a little bit better and also sometimes juke their stuff. So that's why I was trying to consistently land my Q onto Echo, because you can chase people even without Rylai's, kinda. I should probably just go topside and just try to kill that guy because he's overextending himself to try to get the turret. We don't want him to do that. He has Ghost. Damn, Sona got it. That's kind of lame, but whatever. I feel like that would have... Oh no, I still have my Rylai's. It's okay. I was gonna say, kind of sucks because I don't get my item now, do I? But I do. I'll stick around topside and continue hitting this. I tried baiting him on purpose because honestly, I'm kind of strong now, and I have Sona with me, so I just walked in, landed Qs, mashed E a bunch, and he just immediately... He ulted kind of early, and because he did that, he got punished hard. This is so risky by me, by the way, because that ultimate would just kill me. Unless I, like, did the most crazy outplay ever and not get hit by, like, a single shuriken. Rylai's is finished. I'm gonna go Cosmic Drive. Let's make it so I get more movement speed when I hit people while they're being slowed, and also more CDR so I can spam more. And then we'll just go straight Death Cap for, like, high AP, because high AP on my champion does feel pretty damn nice. Also, we have a Twitch on our team. Twitch Venom counts as people being poisoned, so that works. So yeah, that was a very good Cassio play. I went super hard, but as you can see, I'm way tankier than previously. Also, finally, because I have like a decent amount of AP, my E, when I use it on enemy champions, heals me for 35 a hit. So, I mean, 35, 35, 35, over and over again. It kind of adds up quickly. And when you get to do that, then that obviously means you have a bit of sustain, kind of. But all I did was that I saved Sona by using my W to make it so Zed couldn't ulti the Sona, right? And because I was able to land that, then the Yanara was trying to kill as well, but I landed my ultimate onto her. Your ultimate stuns everybody in front of you that's facing you. And then I just DPS because I landed Q when she's stunned and just mashed my E a bunch. And we feel much more confident, don't we? Yeah, I'll go top. Don't worry. We might lose mid lane if they continue pressuring with Twitch not being there, but I'll go. In fact, I'm kind of down to, like, fight somewhere, too, rather than go top. But I'll go top regardless. Mundo is apparently just killing them. I don't have my item for honestly a while here. Damn, the Sona ultimate. And the enemy team might just give up now. Oh, dang, I actually hit him there. The Rylai's is probably not going to be enough. Dang, dude. I freaking hate Zed. Chasing Zed is pointless. He's just going to jump around because the blast cones are really strong on this map. He might be able to die to Twitch, though, I guess. I don't know. I'll continue looking for him just because. Whenever I land Q, it should, No, I can't reach him. It would give me a speed boost and also proc Conquer, so I would know if I hit him. Is what I was gonna say. I'm just gonna ulti preemptively. I wasn't able to sidestep his ability. That was the pull-in, and I don't want to deal with that. Cosmic Drive is done, so now when I land my Q, not only will it be ticking the Rylai slow, but it also will be speeding me up as well. And it will continue ticking too. because it's damage over time effect, so I'll just constantly be getting it procced over and over again. Please get away from the turret, bro. Shaco will just one-shot her. There's no way she could survive that. Our healing on minions is, like, okay now. As you can see, I can, like, somewhat sustain myself a little bit. Zed is still bot against a Mundo, which probably is just never going to be able to be killed. I'm probably going to die before I even can react here. Not much for me to be able to do in an instance where, even with, like, all my stuns and stuff, they still were able to burst me hard. Kiting people is what you want. You don't really want to fight them with you being on top of that, or them being on top of you. So I died very quickly. You guys got me. Nice try. I was hoping my W would keep me alive versus the Echo so he couldn't hit me, but it was kind of worthless. This Shaco just does not have his Q or what? He just never goes in. Bro is just watching. Why is Shaco just watching? I don't understand. Shaco, hello? What's going on, mister? Is it just to have fun with Sona or something? To make the game last longer or something? Whatever. What a champion. That doesn't land from that distance? That's kind of crazy. I thought that I had him for sure there. I have a Shaco trap, and honestly, if I, like, chain it with Echo trying to kill me, I might be able to outplay it. But if nobody's rotating, then I'm just gonna leave. Probably would go Liandry's. I mean, we have, like, big consistent damage, even though the burst damage of our abilities is good, and I can't afford a needless either because I'm poor. So... I've realized that nobody FFs in any game ever. I'm in games that, like, if I have a bad game on a champion and my team is also losing, and it's like 0 to 20. We have no objectives whatsoever. I realized that people will still vote no. I don't know if it's just because nobody values, like, their time or something, but I'm talking about the most unwinnable games. People just don't FF. Anyways, thanks for watching. I feel like Cassio kind of sucks in the current meta. I feel like almost every single other control mage in the game feels better, but hey, I mean, I also think that I built wrong with not going Rod of Ages against Zed. I did most damage, apparently, which is surprising because... how? Anyways, I still got to showcase her. She's very good during mid-game. During the early game, you can sometimes beat people if you, like, land your Q-E combo correctly. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Peace out. Have a great day. Bye. Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary of the Unranked Challenger with only viewer picks. We were playing some Kayle top lane today into a Fiora. I would imagine this should be quite challenging for a bit. Kayle is a scaling champion. Fiora also scales, but I would say Kayle doesn't have as good of an early game presence as Fiora does, because Fiora has a pretty good dash ability to, like, harass with, so... maybe should have started Q. We'll see if I can get these without getting destroyed by her. But seems kind of not good. I'm just gonna E her there, deal decent damage back. I mean, I guess that wasn't the worst. Could have been way worse than that. Also, she gave up a bunch of minions just like how I did, so... I know I'll get hit by a Vital proc here, which kind of sucks. I'm surprised her auto attack still went off. Kayle, your E increases your attack range to be a ranged auto attack because you're a melee character until level 6. Getting level 6 is pretty important because until you're level 6, you are a melee, and obviously being melee kind of sucks. You are a AP scaling for the most part. Some people like going AD Kayle, but I would say it's just not as good. She isn't CSing well because she just went for so much harass during the early game, so apparently I'm kind of chilling right now. I'm just going to continue using my W to heal myself a bit. We have a 5-stack passive of auto attacks and abilities onto enemy champions. Actually, I think it's just auto attacks. Wait a second, I just want to see if I could secure most of those. And when you're at your 5-stack, your wings start glowing like how mine are now. And when you have the wings glowing, that means you get 10% bonus movement speed, which is insanely strong. I'm just going to make sure I get the cannon. 10% bonus movement speed is a very, very, very big amount. So that allows you to kite people. Normally, you'd never really want to fight them unless you kite them, I would say. She used her riposte. I still hit her with the Q there for a little bit of damage, even though it's not necessarily the craziest. I'll just walk away from her because I don't want to deal with it. Damn, we're both very low. So our ranged auto attack from our E, it also gives us our next auto attack to deal bonus % missing damage, which is, I guess, why she parried that. It does okay damage, and it costs no mana when they're low. So I guess she just didn't want to get hit. And it seems okay to me with how the farm went, considering how low I got. Normally people build Nashor's Tooth into immediately a death cap, and the reason for going a death cap so early on, when normally a lot of champions don't really benefit from a death cap early on, is because Kayle's 5-stack passive that gives her the attack speed, it has a pretty good AP ratio on it, and you can get it to be pretty high very quickly. Oh, I didn't really know what to buy. You're supposed to go Swifties, by the way, early on. That's how it works. So, Swifties is what I want. I'll just have to, like, sacrifice some of my HP to get this. I mean, I don't really mind. The faster I get to Swifties, the better. Because you need to be kiting people to be able to win versus them. So I'll gladly sacrifice some for it. Our Q is what we max first, which is this projectile that you throw, and when it lands on something, it turns into a sword and does AoE damage. We're down some farm. We're very close to level 6, though. A lot of times, the way to play Kayle is just, like, understand that the first priority is safety, and then the second will be levels until you can finally start dueling people through kiting. So that's why Swifty Boots is so popular, because it's more effective to be able to deal 0 damage, but you can kite backwards and just hope that you, like, keep them in your range and stuff. So we finally have level 6. My level 6 also gives me invulnerability for my ultimate. Darn, I wasn't able to auto-attack her there. Just auto-attack her twice after kiting backwards. She tried queuing forwards, didn't hit me. She got me there, though. Keeping your passive up at all times is, like, kind of what you want to be doing, because keeping it up is extremely strong. I'm going to go heal inside the river, and we are in a position to maybe be able to beat Fiora now. even though I don't even have, like, any items whatsoever. We'll see. It all depends on keeping myself safe. The first step is backstep her Q, don't get it by Vital Proc, don't let her land her riposte on me. And if I can do those things, then I might be able to win. One little auto attack onto her. My Q slow also is quite powerful, so if I can utilize that, it would be very nice. Ooh, okay, so this Vital's on me in an area that she definitely wants to get, of course. Wait, what? That's crazy that I messed up that auto attack, but we got a solo kill, so whatever. Very not clean with my kill, but what happened is that she used her riposte for some reason. I don't even know why she used her W the way that she did, but because she did that, that enabled me to just run her down with my ultimate. Your ultimate gives you 2.5 seconds of invulnerability, so you just don't take damage from anything. It also does damage at the end, which is why it hit her. And now, we can start building a bunch of AP. I think that the AP might be stronger than the recurve bow, because, once again, your E does damage on magic damage per hit. Kayle doesn't honestly feel like she can duel very easily versus people until level 11, but as you can see, sometimes you can, like, kite them out if need be. But the reason why level 11 is kind of important is because when you build Nashor's Tooth, plus also this, you're double dipping into 2 magic damage on hit things. Then, when you get the waves at level 11, the waves are AoE, which is okay. But the big thing is that it gives you on-hit damage again. So technically, you'll have 3 separate on-hit AP sources, and then if you go Death Cap on top of that, every single auto attack is going to hit really hard. And of course, you get more attack speed, too, right? So, whoa, my mouse is, like, breaking. What was that? I, like, lost full control of it. We don't have our ultimate, so honestly, we should just lose to her in a duel. I'd be pretty uncomfortable fighting her right now. I also don't know if, like, Lilia would be topside at this moment. That would also be pretty sad for me. So, preferably, I just kind of sit back and chill. I also just don't have my 5-stack up. Okay, she missed her ability. That's kind of huge. Because whenever she misses and doesn't hit anything, it doesn't even matter about, like, hitting you. If she doesn't hit anything, it puts on a higher CD. She's supposed to, like, constantly have it proccing on everything. You see how I kited towards her, trying to let her Q me, and then I backstepped at the same moment, so then she missed it? That's another thing. I can, like, bait out her ability, and if she doesn't hit the Vital Proc, then she doesn't get the bonus movement speed. So I'm trying to bait super hard. My wave is also perfect, because I can probably just be super, super uncomfortable for her, which is exactly what you want. You want to make people be like, damn, what am I supposed to do? She's kiting me, I can't land my Q, my wave is in a bad spot, and then now she burned TP, so we just get something off of her. And then we just go back to harassing again, even though I don't have my 5-stack, it's okay. Just deal a little bit of damage to her again. We see that Lily is bot side right now. She managed to get it that time, and I'm not doing a good job at staying near the brush to be able to get her, so... Still a not bad position to be in, though. Because the thing is that we can still try to bait out her stuff. My W also gives me crazy movement speed for 2 seconds, and it has really good AP scaling on it, so... I managed to just sidestep her ability. Nice. My teammate was able to assist me with a dive. And she should be really screwed now, because I'm getting close to that level 11 spike that I was talking about. That's so damn important. Because my damage should increase substantially once I finish it. Also, we almost have our item. I was kind of worried about Lilia getting me, so that's why I was not stepping up for the plating at that moment. Because I still might be screwed here, we'll see. Okay, cool, I'm not. We slowed her down, we just continue walking. And I have my Gnasher's Tooth now, and I'll just base on this. I don't even know where this Fiora went, if she is AFK, or... Okay, no, she's not AFK. I might be able to run back fast enough and still make it to the wave. So yeah, magic damage on hit. We have 30 damage plus 46 damage. When we have the wave, that's 46 damage again, so that will be like about 130 magic damage, not counting also my attack damage. And of course, we'll have lethal tempo as well. So we attack even faster. This isn't like a point that I'd be like, yeah, this is when Kayle is like so freaking OP. It's more like 2 or 3 items when she gets ridiculous, because you obviously need higher AP for the damage to really start ramping up. Right now it's kind of whatever. Now, I don't really know Fiora's ultimate compared to my own ultimate for how quick she gets it back, but the waves don't work on turrets, thankfully. I just flash and try to survive. So what she did is that she ultied, and she also used her W, and I got hit by the slow. And getting hit by the slow is instant loss. We never, ever want to get hit by her slow. I also need to keep my movement speed ramp up, but that's okay. I kind of have it now. And that chunk was really good for us. She should be really uncomfortable in this matchup at this point. I don't think that there should be a way for me to lose this at this moment. So she'll just walk away. As you can see, she can't really beat me. And I just get the turret. We don't always have to kill her to call it a success, I would say. Getting turret is pretty insane. Maybe this, like, is a counter matchup, or maybe I'm just playing out of my mind. I don't really know. I feel like, so far, this matchup feels extremely easy, though. We're up a pretty significant amount of farm. The rest of my teammates are also winning. We can buy a full needless buy, and of course that's going to give us more AP than like any other item, so we're going to be dealing way more now. Not bad. Our last level up will make it so the 5 stack is permanent. So you get 10% movement speed for the rest of the game. You don't need to stack the attack speed for the rest of the game. And you also get bonus attack range too. So all of those things just make it very difficult to catch Kayle when you side lane. Because Kayle's a really fast character with the 10% movement speed. Combine that with your already ridiculous W. Your W gives you like a huge amount of movement speed. You can just run away from people when they try to catch you. Damn, I just messed up all those minions there. Whoops. I was doing a pretty okay job at CSing there, too. I'm not going to pressure right now because we have, like, full control of the game. My team's just doing the objective. We might as well just help them and just, wait for the enemy team to try to contest. When we're doing a neutral like this, we don't really have pressure on the map as a team. So it'd be pretty easy for them to just collapse on the person that is pressuring. Kayle does camps also pretty okay, so technically I could just try to take, like, Lilia's jungle on repeat at this point. If I really wanted to, I could try. I don't know if she's sitting in that brush, so that's why I'm playing far away from it. Oh, okay, she just went mid to try to assist her team. But I would say that sacrificing some deaths just for being able to take another turret is probably a bit substantial. I'm about to get so damn strong now. My gold just increased by as if I got 2 kills. We can almost fall by a decap now. So I'm just spiking even harder. It's sometimes worth sacrificing some deaths just to make yourself get even stronger, in my opinion. Like, my lead is so gigantic now. I'll be able to buy decaps so soon. I'll just take this Gromp, then we have our item, and then I'm ready to, base. Damn, we almost did not get that. Got the perfect buy. AP should skyrocket. It's also 20 minutes in the game, and we do have Gathering Storm, so we're gonna get even more AP after that. Not bad. Also, your ultimate can be casted on allies, and the AoE around it, the damage is really good. It's a 70% AP ratio for already being invulnerability for 2.5 seconds. That's kind of ridiculous. Damn, am I really gonna live? That's crazy. Too bad I didn't kill the Renata, though. I thought that one last auto attack would get her, and it didn't get her at all. Also, the Renata ultimate kind of crushed my, 2 teammates. The Pantheon and the Samir were both hitting each other a bunch and did so much to themselves. I'm just gonna go the, Empowered Boots because it gives us even more attack, or I mean movement speed. Right? Yeah, it does. And then we also get some adaptive for how fast I am, which is pretty powerful because I'm already so quick. When I activate my W, look at that. How much I get. I get 60% movement speed for 2 seconds. 60% is so much, especially when we have the 5-stack going, too. When you cast your ultimate, it does have a long cast time, so you can't auto-attack until, like, the end of it, kind of. But if you use it on an ally, they can auto-attack the entire time, so sometimes it's really good to activate it on, like, an AD carry that can auto-attack immediately, like Twitch, because I can't auto-attack during it very frequently. Shoulder's dying. She can't survive that. My team's very strong. I'm also very close to level 16. Damn, the Ziggs damage is so non-existent. Hello, this guy's so weak. Just deal some damage to Lucian, why not? So the next item can be a Lich Bane to make it so your E hits really hard, or we can go for, like, a Shadow Flame, because what Shadow Flame would give us is, a huge amount of AP, and of course when people get low, it becomes even more powerful. And your E already is an execute. Right now it does 16% missing. Personally, I think I like Lichbane more, even though I don't play Kayle, really. The enemy team just gave up. Well, GG, I guess. It's over. Lily doesn't care. I mean, the game state is kind of disastrous for them. I don't know if they could have ever came back, even if they all tried their hardest, because we have some pretty ridiculous scaling champions, and we have not fallen behind. I just won level 16. Give it to me. I want the bonus attack range. Got it. Also, permanent attack speed and permanent movement speed now. No, my team already won. I was trying to find a flank position or something. Anyways, that was Kayle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We kind of crushed the Fiora a bit. I didn't even have to use my ultimate in the end. I will see you guys at the next one. Thanks for watching. I'll look at the damage dealt at the end, even though it's probably not that crazy to look at considering how well everybody played on my team. But we beat a person called Fiora Gap, so that person is probably a Fiora one trick. Alright, see you guys later. Bye.